That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Was do you know what's up? Shout out to Layla. Man, new music. Where do I want to start it for the new music this week? Do I want to start with Halle? Let's start with Halle. Halle Bailey dropped a new song. I thought it was pretty interesting. Both of the Bailey sisters are probably in their independent careers are two of the most unpredictable artists out right now. And I guess it could be a good thing. But it really just sounds like them just really experimenting who they want to be and who they are. It's a nice thing to see. Musically and artistically, it's a nice thing to see. Halle, she released a song Brave Face with the music video, and the song essentially is what is Brave Face? It's essentially, what the title is just woman, despite what they're going through. Obviously, she's kind of recently we've seen the details, the dark, ugly details of what her depression and mental health struggles have looked like in the past or in recent times. And I think reinforcements are here. What's up, Big Nate? Big Nate in the building. Hand talking about. But I think, this track really just highlights a lot of that. And it's speaking about that in a raw, rugged way. Anytime Halle or Chloe cusses, it still throws me off just because of how they were presented to us as teenagers. And I know they've been cussing for years now and on Instagram Live and been uncut. And the last Chloe and Halle album, The Ungodly Hour, one of my favorite albums, is a lot of just unfiltered takes of dating and perspective on there, but it still throws me off when they cuss. Big Nate said it's not his thing. It's cool, Big Nate. But like I said, with them, both of them, it's just I don't know. I appreciate their willingness to try different things and to not be kind of bolted down to one thing. Like Halle could have easily, just played along with Angel and then just kept Angel as her sound. But she didn't. She went from here to there to here to there. And same thing with Chloe. Chloe goes from rock to soul to rap to boom, whatever in the world comes up, Afro beats, whatever comes up to her. So I don't know. I rock with both of those. You know what I'm saying? Nate says behind closed doors, we don't know who they are. 100%. 100% we don't know who they are behind closed doors. But artistically, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. I appreciate the chances that she's taking it and that's all she's talking about. It could be a crossover. We've seen many do this 100%. But it's also they just been doing it for years now where it's but I think it's just indicative of their true personalities. I was saying this with Samara Sin just a second ago, a few moments ago on my post. Oh, let me see. Scroll down. The Samara Sin EP, I really like it. I said I really like when you can hear people's life experiences through the music. And this latest EP from Samara Sin sounds like she's been on tour with Smino. And so I think that's the same thing that we see with Chloe and Halle of their constant changing of genres and kind of all over the place lyrics. Sometimes it's angelic and very pure and very just down to the core great music, and other times it's chaotic and uncensored and raw and what I'm saying, all of those things, and a bit crazy to say the least. Tipsy was one of my favorite songs off of Ungodly Hour, and it's literally if you break my heart, I'll unalive you, which is insane. And then we see what actually happened allegedly. But yeah. Anyways, that's how I felt about the song. And then the video at the end, she's shedding her clothes and stuff like that and kind of showing her body postpartum and things of that sort, like after having a baby. And I thought that was like an interesting choice of just her showing like this is me nude, like figuratively through the lyrics and then like literally in the shot. So I don't know. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I thought it was cool. So shout out to Halle Bailey. Next thing, Anicia. Anicia dropped her song with Quavo, as I told you guys yesterday. If you guys are watching, but let me see this Quavo joint. Let me see this Quavo joint. Pull it up. This Quavo song, bad, want me to put it up, boom, 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 bad, want me to put it up, put it up, boom, 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 boom. Like Anicia's been on just a heavy, like 808s, old school Southern type of run for the last, ever since Never Need. And I feel like that's going to be the whole Grady baby, and I rock with it. And Quavo's voice is like addictive here, and the hook is like, obviously he's one of the hook kings. I like it, bro. I feel like it's a club banger. It's something that could do well, and I'm excited to see how it does. So shouts out to Anicia. Congratulations on the new joint with Quavo. And next. Who else I want to shout out? Oh, Offset. The Offset and Jid joint. So Offset and Jid got a new song out called Bodies. Offset came on that mud hard. He was rapping. I said, okay, Offset, I feel like Offset has one of the kind of coolest flows in rap and stuff like that, and always has been. All three of the Migos always had like their own unique kind of cool flow that they brought to the rap game. But Offset is coming on. He, you think he's sliding for the first couple minutes, and then Jid comes on, and everybody was hyping Jid's verse. The beginning, he did like a pre kind of verse to it, and it was kind of chill, and then he got to it. Me personally, I'm just gonna have to revisit it a couple more times to really get everything, catch everything, and stuff like that. But it was a cool track. Like I said, like you could tell Offset was trying, like he made the choice to bring on Jid on that track, and he was trying to wrap up to Jid's abilities and stuff like that. And not to be messy, but the next song that I want to talk about is Cardi B, Outside. This really wasn't my type of, my genre, my cup of tea, the thing that I would really listen to. But, just knowing Cardi B, it sounds like a Cardi B radio song that you hear everywhere, that you hear at sports games, you hear on commercials, you hear on the radio all the time, you hear in stores and stuff like that. So it's definitely a big sounding song. And Cardi could use a big sounding song in her return. She's been attempting to return. She's kind of been doing these, singles that haven't really been sticking. And I feel like this could be a single that sticks for her, because for her kind of audience and main demographic and stuff like that, I feel like this fits into kind of all of those records that are just like catchy and repetitive and things of that sort. So that's Cardi B. Who else? Oh yeah. I haven't listened to this Maxo yet. Shout out to Maxo. This is the first time I heard of Maxo. When I seen the thing that was like Maxo new album Mars Electric coming out today, I thought it was Maxo Cream. And Maxo Cream was because DDG's in Houston, and on DDG stream tonight, Maxo Cream popped up on him and said, "Oh, you still rap, bro? Like, nice meeting you, this and that, woo woo." And I'm thinking Maxo Cream got a new album. No, it's a rapper named Maxo. And I've only heard the first few seconds of as you see here, I'm on a second song, but the first song, it was like a long intro of like a soulful instrumental. And anytime someone does that, you can tell that they put a lot of time into the album. So I think this is going to be good, but I guess I'll update you guys when I actually listen to it. But shout out to Maxo and salute to him for trying, saying some new stuff and acting like he cares about the intro and the entire project. Kilo Letitia dropped something last week, and it's called Sexy with the letter C. In the music video, she's got Foggy Raw as like one of the like kind of potential love interests or characters in the music video. I thought that was funny because Foggy uses like every other rapper in all of his videos. So it was nice to see him, do something for his DMV family and things of that sort. It was pretty cool, things of that sort. So yeah, shouts out to Kilo for that. I'm a big fan of Kilo as always. So there's that. This Geneva, this came out last week. Head Over Heels, crazy, bro. And uh Genevieve, she's got a huge fan base already. She's got a big popular catalog already and stuff like that. Me personally, I don't just like go out of my way to listen to her all the time and things of that sort. But this joint right here is crazy. This Head Over Heels is stupid, bro. It's crazy. Che Noir, she released a new album and I liked it. It's a lot of like just consistent type of boom bap feeling and things of that sort. So all the hip hop purists and things of that nature, I make sure y'all listen to this new Che Noir. Really good rap music, things of that sort. Hip hop purists only. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that, like that. Um who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I did listen to Bully. So Yay, I guess re-released Bully. I don't because it was the same songs that were already out. But man, that joint sound good. I'm not gonna lie to you, bruh. The music sounds good, bruh. Yay's just one of one, man. One of one. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a long time coming. Like it's just really quality, high quality music, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Who else was there? Anybody else whose new music? DDG. He dropped the music video for the light skin. She from Clay Cole. I said care about you. I said care about you. Bankroll. The song's called Bankroll. The song's been out for like a month because the album's been out for a month, but music video came out the day. I thought the music video was pretty cool. And I feel like the music video does its job if you like the song a little more after seeing the music video. And I felt like this music video made me like the song more. So there's that. I always felt like, in just my opinion of DDG, I feel like he has, especially now, his talent is showing more and more. Like he has talent in making music. The thing about it is for him, it's like to actually just start talking about something like subject matter, a little more depth. And I think a lot of this kind of lack of depth might come from punching in. You know, Andre G, the writer, shout out to Andre G. He was tweeting about this the other day of how like no one's talking about anything. He wasn't talking about that. The 2-9 guy was talking about that. The rapper from 2-9, Jace. Black Jewies, no, that's Curtis Williams. But shout out to Jace anyways. Jace from 2-9, he was just like, rappers not really talking about nothing. Is it me? Am I old? Like, what's going on? And Andre G was like, nah, it's 100%. I feel like it's the punching culture. Like, you're just saying the next thing that comes up off top of your head. And, you know, it sounds cool, but the substance is missing in a lot of times. So I feel like for DDG, the next thing for him is to just actually start talking about something a little more. You know, he goes on surface level. He might bring up his brother in passing. He might bring up, you know, kind of the drama he receives and being in the headlines constantly. But the next thing I want to see from DDG is like, why? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you're in the tabloids, but how does that make you feel? What specifically in the tabloids have you seen that made you feel this way? You know, you had a fan wish that you were unalive. You know, not a fan, but someone online wish you were unalive. And the post went viral. You know, people have said things about you, said you were the least important one out of your former relationship and things of that sort. Like, how did that make you feel? Bring that up. You know what I'm saying? How does it make you feel to like be in a custody battle and do it in the public? Like, these are things I feel like you can dive deeper into. You have enough substance in your life to talk about something, but in your music, you don't talk about much. It's just like money, money, woman. I smoke weed. I got money. Like, after a while, people gonna be like, bro, I don't care. Unless you just want to be that artist. If you want to be that artist, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah. Was there any other music I wanted to shout out? This Erica Badu. I'm tweaking. Almost went a whole thing. Father. I'm tripping. But shout out to Erica Badu and Alchemist. They dropped their first single off of their upcoming album. Rhapsody dropped a whole album with Madlib, but it's out only exclusively on Rhapsody.com on her website. But the next to you, it's a nice joint. I like it, easy going and stuff like that. Alchemist is bringing in his style. You can hear him, and you can obviously hear Erica Badu is always the queen. Things of that sort. Who I want to shout out? Erica Badu. We shouted out Rhapsody as well with Madlib. Was there another thing that I wanted to shout out with music? I feel like there is, but it just slips my mind at the moment. So because of that, I guess we will be going to the next topic. The next topic, man, is Fat Joe. Fat Joe has apparently been sued for $20 million by a former hype man in an explosive complaint. He alleges that the rapper engaged in inappropriate acts with minors, and coerced him into more than 4,000 inappropriate acts to maintain his standing. They not like us. They not like. The lawsuit comes after the rapper sued T.A. Dixon in April for slandering him on social media by claiming Fat Joe flew out a 16-year-old girl across state lines. Oh my gosh. Say, Joe, I heard you like him allegedly young. This is written by Tatiana Siegel. Oh my goodness. Fat Joe, you might be. Let's see. And you got a podcast? With a podcast, bro, you can't ignore stuff like this. Like, you have to address it. Because you talk about everybody, but on their pod, they don't talk about other people like that. It's like more like sit down interview type of style over there, and them telling old stories about what they used to do. But anyways, we'll see what happens. Fat Joe's former hype man, Terrence T.A. Dixon, has filed an explosive lawsuit in federal court against the rapper on Thursday. Dixon, he did it on Juneteenth. Dixon is alleging that his former boss, whose real name is Joseph Antonio Cartinga, engaged in coercive labor exploitation, financial fraud, inappropriate manipulation, violent intimidation, and physical coercion. Dixon adds that the hip-hop star behind such chart toppers as What's Love got rich and famous, while he and his associates deliberately suppressed, silenced, and erased Dixon's substantial creative, artistic, commercial contributions. Might sound like a bit of a jealous hype man. But let's read this. Which were foundational to Fat Joe's professional success and personal brand. He's seeking up to $20 million in damages. Jeez Louise. The complaint filed in the U.S. Southern District of North New York details so many disturbing claims about Fat Joe's alleged inappropriate relations with women, including minors, that contains a trigger warning on the first page of a 157-page document. 157 pages? Fat Joe, you might just be cooked. For 16 years, Dixon served as Fat Joe's so-called hype man, a common figure in hip-hop who supports the artist by energizing the crowd and enhancing the overall performance. He also contributed as a lyricist and background vocalist on such hits as Congratulations, Ice Cream, and Money Over Bees. According to the complaint, he had unrivaled vantage point. Hold on now. I'm trying to get this, make sure we get this right, because Variety will copyright you. Hold on, let me get this right, y'all. Sorry. We ain't doing no copyright. We're not doing that. How you let me see how I'm gonna get around this. Okay, it's paused. Okay. According to the complaint, he had an unrivaled vantage point to observe the rapper's offstage lifestyle and behavior. Dixon was represented by Tyrone Blackburn, who is the lead counsel in a high-profile case against Sean Diddy Combs. In February 2024, Blackburn filed a lawsuit on behalf of Diddy accuser Lil Rodney, alleging that the SASH and failure to pay his underling. 1 month later, the Department of Homeland Security agents conducted raids on Combs' mansions in Los Angeles and Miami. Dixon states in the complaint that Fat Joe forced him to and quote unquote humiliating situations, including inappropriate acts performed under the duress and surveillance, accompanied by threats of abandonment in foreign countries if he refused compliance. By his own estimation, Dixon states the suit that he was coerced into more than 4,000 inappropriate acts to maintain his standing within the enterprise. Most shockingly, the suit claims that Dixon, quote unquote, personally witnessed Fat Joe engage in inappropriate relations with children who were 15 and 16 years old, and lists 3 girls such as Jane Doe, including the 16-year-old Dominican girl in New York who, quote unquote, in exchange for cash, clothing, and payment of her cell phone bill. What did he do to piss the hype man off, bro? Fat Joe. If one of these, if just one of these in this 152-page document stories is true, my brother, you might just be cooked. Fat Joe always takes a hit every single year already for using the N-word. And every time they bring it up, Fat Joe just responds, "What, my N-word? I can't use it. Who gonna tell me what words I can and cannot use, my N-word?" Now we might have something a little more heavy than his language usage and his language choices, vernacular choices. Anyway, list 3, such as Jane Doe, including a 16-year-old girl, Dominican girl in New York, who, in exchange for cash, clothing, and the payment of her cell phone bill, would perform, oh my goodness, will perform that head top, 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 top. All right, anyways. And other inappropriate acts on the rapper. Minor Doe 2 was a Caucasian female and is not an United States citizen. Fat Joe began having relations with the Minor 2 when she was 15 years old after a concert overseas. Oh my gosh. Say, Joe, I heard you allegedly like him young. The defendant flew Minor Doe 2 to New York City and Miami, Florida on multiple occasions due to Minor 2 Doe's body being adolescent and not fully formed. Defendant paid for her to get a Brazilian butt lift at 15. Oh, no. I don't know if I'm, bro, like I said, if one of these claims is true, all of these stories do not have to be true for Fat Joe to, boy, it might be over for you, boy. Minor 2 eventually left the defendant and is now married to a professional athlete. Oh my gosh. The complaint says Minor 3 is a Latina female who met the defendant when she was 15 years old, turning 16. Oh my gosh. According to Dixon, defendant was in love with Minor 3. Oh my goodness. He even contemplated leaving his wife. What's up? Slow down, baby. Oh man, Fat Joe, you might be cooked. Oh my goodness. And lean back. Hold on. He even contemplated leaving his wife. The defendant paid all of Minor 3's bills and even took her overseas to his tour stops. He brought her. Where are the parents? R. Kelly? The defendant paid all of Minor 3's bills and even took her overseas to tour stops. He brought her to Florida and would put her up in a condo that he rented a few blocks from his house with his wife. So the 15-year-old was just staying in condos by herself. Like, she had to not have parents, bro. Like, your parents just letting you fly out at 15 years old to a city to be with a man and stay in a whole condo by yourself down the street from said man. Come on, bro. You got to be kidding me, bro. He brought her to Florida and would put her in a condo, rented a few blocks from his house with his wife. The lawsuit states in a recorded conversation, Minor 3 and her 15-year-old cousin described in detail to plaintiff about how, quote unquote, inappropriate it was for Fat Joe, who was in his late 30s at the time, to be fawning over children. What's up? This is all alleged. This is me just reading the report. You cannot get me for defamation. This is covered under legals because I'm saying allegedly, and I'm reading it straight from the report, which came straight from the documents. Fat Joe is represented by celebrity criminal attorney Joe Tacopina, who defended everyone from A$AP Rocky to Donald Trump in high-profile cases. Tagopina responded to the lawsuit, saying in a statement to Variety, the lawsuit is filed by Tyrone Blackburn and Terrence Dixon is a blatant act of retaliation, a desperate attempt to deflect the attention from the civil suit we filed first, which exposed their coordinated scheme to extort Fat Joe through lies, threats, and manufactured allegations. Law enforcement is aware of the extortionate demand at the heart of the scheme. The allegations against Fat Joe are complete fabrications, lies intended to damage his reputation and force a settlement through public pressure. Fat Joe will not be intimidated. We have taken legal action to expose this fraudulent campaign to hold everybody involved accountable, the statement continued. Defendants in the suit include Pistol Pete Torres and rich player Josh Sprite, who the complaint refers to as key associates in Fat Joe's criminal enterprise, asserting the civil claims of violations of Trafficking Victims Protection Act and Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, also known as the Civil RICO, as well as related violations under New York and Florida law, including unjust enrichment, quantum merit, fraudulent concealment, fraud, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and money laundering. The suit additionally names Jay-Z's Roc Nation, claiming that the company which represents Fat Joe knowingly participate in concealing, quote unquote, concealing, transferring, and manipulating, end quote, Dixon's authorship rights and royalty interests and sought to intimidate, harass, and obstruct the hype man's legitimate claims against Fat Joe Torres and the Rich Joe guy. According to the lawsuit, the defendants, quote unquote, engaged in deliberate tax fraud schemes, end quote, in an effort to conceal their extensive wage theft, artificially inflate Dixon's tax liabilities, expose them to unwarranted tax audits and penalties, and systemically obscure the exploited labor. The complaint cites a whistleblower accountant who came forward last year, as well as recorded phone calls to help paint the picture of alleged misdeeds. Okay, now that is just general kind of falling out with your old hype man stuff. But the children stuff, those are some serious allegations, bro. Serious allegations. The move comes after Fat Joe sued Dixon in April for slandering him on social media by claiming the Bronx-born rapper, who enjoys a high level of political connections, flew out a 16-year-old girl. So he been saying, "Oh, I gotta see this." So he been saying this on social media. Tyrone Blackburn. Let me see. Tyrone Blackburn. He said this on social media before, bro. Nah, that's not Blackburn. Let me see. Fat Joe, 16-year-old. Slow down, baby. I don't go down. Hold on, man. I said, care. I'm trying to see this because bro was saying this. Hold on, let me see. Fat Joe hype man. What's this hype man's name? Hype man. No. She from Clayco. I can't find it. I should not find it. All right. Anyways, we're gonna get back to it then, because I'm trying to find the videos that he talking about, or like his social media stuff. Tyrone Blackburn claiming the player tried to shake him down for a settlement. This is the right way to fight Joe. Through the system, you can't fight him through any other way, Dixon tells Variety in an exclusive interview. Joe thinks he's a god. Joe thinks he's untouchable. Oh, they talking big talk. Dixon's suit against Fat Joe goes so much further than his social media posts and states that he endured, quote unquote, a wide spectrum of coercion, psychological control, force exhibitionism, and surveillance-based humiliation, including being compelled to perform inappropriate acts under observation, being filmed and directed by Fat Joe in the presence of others, tactics designed to control the plaintiff's body, erode his anatomy, and ensure silence. It adds, quote unquote, these inappropriate based Abuses were not private, incidental, or isolated. They were integral to the enterprise's culture and dominance of humiliation enforced by Fat Joe's associates like Pistol P, JB, and others, and sustained across numerous tour locations, including Miami, North Carolina, Germany, Spain, and Wisconsin. In Thursday's complaint, Dixon claims that the activity took place on Market America's corporate yacht at its mansion's properties, where Fat Joe, quote unquote, orchestrated repeated orgies involving the plaintiff, female dancers, and minors the defendant used. The lawsuit adds that Fat Joe used his status as a hip hop star to compel Dixon and others into, quote unquote, degrading sexual performances, often while Fat Joe watched, recorded, or directed the encounters. These incidents occurred under the conditions that included the presence of a corporate security staff, surveillance cameras, and defendant's management entourage, yet no intervention occurred supporting the interference that these acts were facilitated by and covered up by the broader enterprise and its affiliates. The complaint continues. Dixon did not willingly consent to participate in these acts. Instead, plaintiff submitted solely out of fear and immediate retaliation, which defendant repeatedly demonstrated would include financial punishment, professional sabotage, abandonment in foreign countries, or physical harm. The suit also claims that Fat Joe issued veiled threats and witness intimidation via direct messages such as, "You love your family, right?" Or "Fall back in 48 hours and we let you live." Oh my goodness. Can I live? Though Fat Joe hobnobbed with some of the biggest names in politics, including then Vice President Kamala Harris. Oh my gosh. Not they doing that. There was at least one brush of a scandal back in 2010. He and members of his entourage were detained and questioned after a University of Wisconsin student reported an alleged SA following a performance at the city's Orpheum Theater. At the time, Fat Joe's attorney called the woman a pretender groupie, quote unquote, who was attempting to, quote unquote, shake down the rapper for money. Interesting. We see what happened. The truth shall come out soon. Hopefully, we'll see. Next, man. Esau Snipes Garner, activist and widow of Eric Garner. She has passed away at 58. Rest in peace to Eric Garner's widow. Man. This is written by the New York Amsterdam News. Who's the author? Who wrote it? It's just a staff report. Esau Snipes Garner, an activist and widow of Eric Garner, who died in 2014 after a New York City police officer placed him in a prohibited chokehold, has passed away. Her death was announced by the Reverend Al Sharpton National Action Network. She was 58. According to media representative, Snipes Garner died early Monday morning due to health complications. In a statement, Dominique Sharpton, NAN's National Director of Membership and producer of special events, praised Snipes Garner's resilience in the face of profound personal loss, including the unalivings of her husband and their daughter, Erica Garner, in 2017. Tragedy can beget tragedy in life, and she weathered more than any single person should ever have to, especially the loss of a child, Dominique said. Yet Esau found the resolve to keep going, keep fighting, and protect her family. She showed the nation the emotional impact of unjust police unalivings of Black and brown Americans can have on those left up to pick up the pieces. Eric Garner passed away in an encounter with NYPD officer Daniel Pantaleo, who used a banned chokehold while attempting to arrest Garner for allegedly selling untaxed cigarettes in Staten Island. That incident, recorded on cell phone video, captured Garner saying, "I can't breathe," 11 times. The city's medical examiner ruled his unaliving a homicide. His passing a homicide. Their daughter, Erica Garner, became a prominent activist following her father's passing. She died in 2017 at the age of 27 after suffering a heart attack. Despite widespread outcry and video evidence, a grand jury declined to indict Pantaleo, and the U.S. Department of Justice ultimately chose not to bring federal charges. Yeah, man. Like people always say, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. People always say this, but the part that you don't look at with these tragic situations that go viral is like the family's mental and heartache after it. you know, because not only did you go through a sudden tragedy of losing a loved one, someone that you're close to, but in fighting for justice and the story becoming viral and becoming a thing, Eric Garner, his name has weight to it and is known worldwide, especially in America. Um, it's one of the biggest names of the movement in the past decade, you know, to have that constant reminder of that close person that wasn't a number or a hashtag, but an actual person that you knew and loved every single day. That weighs a lot on the mind, body, and soul. And so I just wanted to say rest in peace to this woman right here, his widow, and his beautiful daughter as well. And you know, it's something that, you know, we seen once again. Jimmy Atchison, make sure you check out the Jimmy Atchison video. Shameless plug right there, but his family dealt with a lot of that stuff too. His mom is going from a broken heart, and his dad, you know, is constantly talking about all the emotional and physical and just like mental kind of alley oops he's been going through ever since, like, you know what I'm saying, fighting for justice for his second son that he's lost. And he said, God, it's the only reason how he's even still going right now. And so I just pray for him. Jimmy Hill, you know, my dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just pray for him right now to stay up everything and make sure he's good, bro, because I appreciate him so much, and he fights so much for his son, bro. And it's a lot to do every single day. Like, federal court, the judge drops the charges. You know what I'm saying? Federal judge appointed by President Donald Trump drops the charges, and you still, you know what I'm saying, are fighting for justice for your son. Of like, okay, what can we do now? Can we start a public petition to get this thing retried? Like, how can we do it? It's tough. It's tough to see. You know what I'm saying? But prayers up to Jimmy Hill, father of Jimmy Atchison, and prayers up to this Garner family for sure, because these are a lot of losses that they have taken in this time. Oh, shout out Nate. Nate's back in here. He said it's definitely tough, man. Heartbreaking. All right, last couple minutes before we get out of here. I'm personally so sleepy right now. I could just right now, but I'm gonna get through it last 15 minutes. So let's do it. Lighthearted, just reaction stuff. Let's get into it. And this is the streamer Prom court. It's 4.5 minutes.
God bless. Yeah.
Hey, this the last picture. It's the last fucking picture.
Look at your man PG. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Hey PG, that ain't who you came with.
Rodney snitching, Reggie snitching. This man Punga came in with Thickney, and that is not Thickney. That's a whole nother one. I think that's like Samaya. I think her name is.
Who you came with? That's not who you came with.
Man, I'm trying to get twerked on, man. What's going on, man? I'm trying to get twerked on, man.
I said other.
Man, I'm trying to get twerked on, man. Fuck.
Can you get me lit first? God damn. I need something.
All right. Bartender!
Hold on, go. On Kaiser, Nat? Oh, my brother? Oh! I'm telling Gigi the fuck.
I might as well, bro. It's the same thing, bro. Like, you gotta think, man. I'm trying to think of what's a good example of something that's like in that world. Would you say not Real Housewives, but it's literally like reality TV, bro. Like, reality TV, they do the show and then they do the reunion show and then they'll do a spinoff of that. And then they'll, you know what I'm saying, like, continue to, like, Jersey Shore, I feel like is a great example, right? Like, Jersey Shore did the original Jersey Shore show. Then they do like the Jersey Shore reunions, and then they might do like a spinoff of like these two people from Jersey Shore, like Pauly D and I can't think of their names at the moment, but you know what I'm saying? They might do a show of them, a JWoww show, JWoww and Snooki show. You know what I'm saying? They'll do that for a little while, and then they'll come up with a whole new reprieve Jersey Shore show a few years later. So I mean, like I say all that to say it's the same thing. Like it's a big thing, and then it branches into a bunch of other stuff. So, a streamer sports though, it already exists. It's called the Creators League. And they play different sports and all that. And they've been doing that for a few years now.
Look at my fist when you get a chance. No rush. You're going to get us and beat up.
Huh?
You're going to get us beat up.
Why?
Act like we don't like each other once you come over here. But you're too busy with everybody else. This is my little sis right here, Lola. Y'all already met earlier. I got y'all a drink. Huh? All right, go talk to you.
Bro, this was hilarious, bro, because I know it's scripted and stuff like that, but Stunner Shady, bro, like, it's always funny in these things when you can see, like, I don't know if it's just great acting or it's like reality kind of blurs the lines and stuff like that. But you can see like true kind of like a fake smile and things of that sort and the awkwardness.
Y'all already met earlier. I got y'all a drink.
My mom's calling me.
Huh?
My mom.
All right, go talk to your mama.
What you was doing?
Over here waiting on you.
I'm ready to take everything.
Let me see. Oh, I'm ready for you to do it.
Hold on, bro, you tripping, bitch. Where the fuck you get over here from? Niggas over here tripping. Get your ass over. Stop. No, fuck up. But who wanted that drink then?
Man, come on, get out the car, bro. You shooting in this bit?
This go-kart and shit so serious, I will crash into anybody. I don't give a fuck if it's a 5-year-old. I will crash into them to win this race.
Man, Johnny, bro, you know you got herpes. Everybody know you got herpes here, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I love you. I'm so sorry.
Nah, you're good.
I'll take it back.
Nah, she had kissed the portrait of Kai. You too. We ride for Gigi. Call Gigi. Did I do good? I didn't almost sock her, bro. For real, I didn't almost sock her and everything. Like, she better be lucky that was holding me back. She better be lucky that was holding me back.
Ooh, AirTag Prom moving with you. Who the fuck got an AirTag on?
I ain't gonna lie, I need a shot. Go right there. Trying to get activated, man. Come on. Excuse me, brother.
Oh, all right.
No, shit got little shit.
Seeing this girl in the purple and I keep thinking it's somebody else.
Mayonnaise.
Come on. Excuse me, brother.
Wait, stop. No, shit got little shit.
Bruh.
Seeing this girl in the purple and I keep thinking it's somebody else, y'all. Tell me if I'm tripping.
Oh yeah, no, this one.
Huh?
You got that.
I got it. What'd I say?
I don't know. You said something. I heard something.
You look like my son, auntie. Yeah.
You need a
I gotta put it in your mouth.
All right, so I had, I have these debates with my friends often about like, isn't that streamers are untalented? I'm tired of it. Like, talent doesn't exist in this generation. Everybody looks up to the streamers and they don't have talent. The talent is like, it's a constant. What you saw there was just a night of improv. Like 4 hours of straight improv from 100 different creators. That's a talent. That's a talent, bro. That's a talent. It might be brain rot content, but everything, I feel like there's a time and place for everything. I let people enjoy things. That's it. That's my little spill on it. This Cleotrapa Mexican OT thing made some rounds. I haven't watched it. This is my first time watching it.
Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because
You get it, Nate.
of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
There are. Will right there. And this one right here.
Not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them.
Bruh, come on, bro. Like, huh? Why do people want to use the N-word so bad, bruh? Man, that's a better question. That's a better question, Nate. Why are we asking these questions in the first place, dog? It's like you set up non-black people when you ask them about, like, so how you feel about using the N-word? Like, why are we even asking this? It's like asking a white person, like, what's your favorite hood? Like, yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. What's your favorite cross out of all three? Like, what is it the right one? Is it the middle one?
I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up
That has no correlation with you using the N-word, bro. You just want to say the N-word because, I don't know, I guess people think it's cool or something like that. Like, people made the N-word cool. But it's like, bro, no, it don't matter what the, oh, I grew up in a household, my adopted parents are black. Like, you still can't use it.
loving with them. You know, I got family, and it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, well, shit, it's what the fuck I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way, and that's why I try to shut the fuck.
Well, what did they say? He said the problem is we've normalized saying it in our language. I don't use the N-word, bro. I don't use it because it's like I don't like white people using it. That's honestly like the main reason. And people like, if you can say it, well, I don't say it, so now what? And now it's awkward for both of us. It's a quiet silence. It was one video where I don't even remember, but it was something like that included race. And what did the person say? They were talking about the way I speak, because you know I use a lot of filler words when I'm speaking fast or when I just don't know what to say when I'm thinking off top. And my filler words are like bruh, like, hey, bruh, this and that. And then he had like the N-word in quotations, and he was like, bro, no one's gonna listen to you talking like this. And I was like, we not doing that here, bro. And someone else was like, he's trying to give you advice on how to speak and improve your speech. I'm like, it's not about that, bro. It's about, he said the N-word, like he just threw in an excuse to use the N-word, and I knew he wasn't black because it's like no one black complains about someone saying bruh or the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way that black people speak. But anyways, I knew he wasn't black, and I took offense to that, and because I don't even use the word, and he just wanted an excuse to use it. I don't know where I was going with that. I went all over the place. It's 4:41 a.m.
Fuck up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from or anywhere, what the fuck are you gonna do about it?
It's crazy because he literally said, out of respect for other people who don't like me using the word, I don't use it and I'll be quiet. And then he says, but I don't care. What are you gonna do about it? It's crazy. Mexican OT, bro. Things were going so well for you, bro. You was one of the youngins running Houston. People really liked it. You came out wearing the Mexican hat on the field, holding the chicken while freestyling. Like, it was dope. It was cool. You and Big X the Plug was really holding it down. And then you say something stupid like this. Rappers, anybody, gonna ruin something for themselves as long as they keep talking, bro.
It's like I don't went to the jungle and earned the lion's head.
No, there's no rites of passage to say the N-word. You either black or not. Like, that's it. It's no, oh, you taught this. Good job, my N-word. No, bro. You either black or not. Like, that's it.
You know?
I feel like a lot of people that are from Latino descent here in New York feel that same way. The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
I mean, shit, y'all just...
It don't matter how you feel. You can't say it. Earn the line said exactly, Nate. He big tripping. What is you talking about, bro? Like, oh my gosh, man. Like, everybody want to be black until it's time to be black, bro. Everybody want to be black until it's time to be black. It's Juneteenth. Where are you fighting on the front lines on the Department of Education with Donald Trump trying to take out African American history out of the curriculum of the schools? Where are you where Donald Trump is trying to take out slavery out of the National Museum over in DC? Where are you on the steps of these things that are trying to kind of implant, continue systemic racism, the Crown Act, people's hair, the way people dress, quote unquote professionalism within the workplace, all of these kind of anti-black underlying things? Where are you on the front line speaking up against that stuff? If these are your brothers, if these are your people that you grew up with, if these is your family, if these are your N-words, as you like to say, where are you on those topics? I want to hear that Mexican OT and all of these other non-black people who want to use the N-word. I want to see them on the front lines of black issues. I want to see y'all on the front lines, bro.
I mean, and not even trying to justify, but shit, y'all just got dropped off before us. That's all it is.
Y'all got dropped off first.
What does that have to do with the N-word, bro? Mexicans was not on the plantation fields, the slave plantation fields with slave owners, whipping them with whips, bareback, and calling them the N-word. They was calling them something else, but they won't calling them no N-words. And that's the whole thing, bro. Like, it's like, y'all be so intentionally dense, bro. And everybody in this room, all the black people in this room, like, y'all all playing along, everybody in lip service. Cleotrapa, Angela Yee's co-host. I'm sorry, your name's slipping me right now. Shout out to Chella H. I don't see her on this episode, but that's someone I worked with before and things of that sort. Like, y'all all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all tweaking too for not addressing it. A lot of times in life, bro, when someone says something, bro, you gotta have an uncomfortable moment and confront it and squash it right there and say, "No, we're not doing that." Now what? It's awkward silence in the room, everything like that, but you can't let stuff like this fly, because that's how he went. How old is that Mexican OT? He might be like 27, right? That's how he went 27 years, 26 years of his life thinking that this is okay. Because of conversations like this, everybody just in the room laughing. Ain't nothing funny, bro. They're mad at the wrong things. The other issue is other cultures think they're on the same level. In reality, they're not on that level. It's so much to it, bro. But they're going to say I'm race baiting. Of course you're an Angel Reese fan. Okay, all right, bro.
Y'all got dropped off first. It's crazy.
We from the same boat.
No. Y'all not from the same. What is he even talking about, bro? Like, this revisionist history is so annoying, dog. And then just geographically, if Mexico is in, hold on. Let me take this off. If Mexico, right, is in North America, this is the United States. This is Mexico. This is Canada. What boat is you talking about, bro? The boat to go over the Gulf of Mexico, which is now the Gulf of America? What boat is you talking about, bro? Versus going from a whole continent across the ocean. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? People just be talking, bro. He said all of this so he can have the pass to say the N-word, bro, to sound cool. That's ridiculous, dog. That's ridiculous, bro. You ain't never been that serious to use a word, bro. I promise you ain't never been that serious to use a word, bro. But that just shows you how cool black people are, bro, to other people. Hold on, man. Let me see this thing. I copied the wrong link for the wrong thing, so I got to pull it up myself. Hold on, I'm going to try to pull it up right now. And then we're gonna get out of here. This is the last thing. You guys see it in the title. You know what it is. So we are just gonna speak on that right now. We're gonna take that right now, man. Aleix Morris wants to be a part of the Indiana Fever. Now, throughout the years, Aleix Morris has had an interesting kind of thing with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and Flage and anybody else at LSU, saying that she didn't get the credit that she deserved for the role that she played. She talked bad about getting cut from her rookie year camp and said that the old players need to retire and get out the league. The old players didn't retire soon. DT retired, things of that sort. She apologized for that and said, I had to grow up. And she went on to play overseas, and then she played for the Harlem Globetrotters briefly. She became an ambassador for And1. She's a friend of the channel, and we spoke to her and things of that sort. But she, when she goes off against some trolls, bro, she goes all the way. So she changed her profile picture to Sophie Cunningham. She changed her cover photo to an old article saying, "Y'all hate me for loving Caitlin Clark." And she was calling the trolls and people going against her, she was calling them drunks and alcoholics and things of that sort. And but she had one funny post, bruh. One funny post. I don't know if it's still up here. She might have deleted it, bruh. But that jump was hilarious, dog. Oh, I think she deleted that one. But she said when the Indiana Fever called me, and it's like the Django Unchained, like the little coon. Oh my goodness, bro. That junk had me cracking up, dog. Oh man, that was funny, bro. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. And first of all, like I said, Aleix Morris is a friend of the channel and things that sort. I always have to say that when I speak about her. Because who would I be to be pointing and laughing at someone and then be like, yo, can I get an interview? Nah, bro, like she good in my book. I ain't gonna hold you, dog. She forever be good in my book. KB chatting. She's the one that posted it. Hold on, let me see. Here it is right here. She said, this yo, bro, what? Bro, she's hilarious, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Aleix Morris is hilarious. She said a few months ago that she was buying podcast equipment. I don't know why she stopped. I don't know why. I don't know why the podcast never came out, bro. Because Alexis she would legit. She should be monetizing on these takes and her personality, bro. Like she goes viral. She be breaking the internet every time she says something, but she just be giving it out for free. She don't have a blue check on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you get paid on Instagram Live. I don't know. That ain't none of my business, but bro, she should be getting paid for these takes. I might actually tell her that tomorrow. Like, yo, you need to stop going on these rants for free. Like, people, if you go on live stream on like Twitch or like YouTube or something, bro, and go on the same stuff that you be ranting about on Instagram Live or on Twitter. If you did that on like Twitch or one of these streaming sites, Rumble or something, bro, you could put some money into this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I know people might be like, bro, you encouraging bad habits and things of that sort. I feel like at this point, Aleix Morris is who she is, bro. She been going on these rants since 2023 about these specific topics of the whole Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, LSU, Iowa thing, bro. And now Indiana Fever, Chicago Scott. She been going on these same rants since 2023. We midway through 2025. She is who she is. So yes, she gonna keep going on these rants every time something happens in basketball with Flage, Angel Reese, or Caitlin Clark. She gonna keep talking about it, and she gonna go on rants forever for that. So because of that, if you're gonna go on them rants, you might as well get paid for them rants. Come on to YouTube, start up your channel, Come up on Twitch, start up the channel, get paid for this. Get paid for your feelings. Someone said, can we have a conversation about this? She said, what's up, fan? She said, you was a fan. I wonder what was happening in the LSU locker room because Aleix Morris and Fly J said it was locker room issues. She said, exactly. I was never the problem. On God. All caps. And she said, can we have a conversation about that? She said, what's up, fan? Disrespectful. Please DM me because from one basketball player to another, I know for a fact you weren't the problem. People are ignorant and they don't know what they are talking about for real. Shout out to Samantha. All right. This when she changed her profile. Oh my goodness. The Sophie Cunningham is crazy. Alexis ain't angry at the WNBA because she couldn't cut it. That got you a new follower. Oh my goodness. The C-Bots. Nice. Her jersey sold out. Physical league. Refs got to do better. Yada, yada. Showed up to a Gamebridge. Alexis. Caitlin jersey first half. Sophie jersey second half. All right. They just encouraging the chaos. She said, hey, bae. It's crazy. She said, Fran, just know I was never the problem. I may have been distant, but not a problem. Even with my distance, I have valid reasons. She said, buy the ticket. Oh, is this when they said show up to the game? She said, buy the tickets. She said, good morning, babe. Oh, so this been a 2-day thing? Oh, this is. I ain't gonna say the word. I ain't gonna say the word. But she been doing this for 2 days. Like I said, go ahead, join YouTube, join Twitch. Do these same rants. Just anytime you feel it in your spirit, when you want to go on Instagram Live, spark up the Twitch Live, spark up the YouTube Live. Just start ranting. Get paid for it. Thank you for the 5 gift. I'm just saying. Thank you for the 5 Donald. Just saying. Thank you for participating. WChat, WStream. Just saying. I'm trying to tell you, Lex. Are you in shape just in case we need a hardship? She said, yes, all caps. I have my people call your people. It's hilarious. Then come on down. Iowa fans and Caitlin Clark fans becoming like Aleix Morris like fans because it's hilarious. Yo, I don't know if I spoke about this. I might have. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it. Well, okay. Since I said it and I said I ain't gonna say it, I'll just hint at it. I do think it was interesting. I do think it's interesting, like kind of the you know what I'm saying? A lot of LSU players like relationship with Caitlin Clark, and shout out Caitlin Clark now. Like I do think that's interesting. Leave her alone. She's allowed to grow, my baby. Sophie, send me the fine. That I will cover it. Oh my goodness. Happy Juneteenth is that oh my goodness. Happy Juneteenth with Sophie Cunningham as the profile picture is insane, brother. She don't care anymore. Exactly. Keep it strictly basketball. Keep the main thing. Sophie left Josh for Luther. Is she talking about Josh from the Suns, bro? No. Hold on. Josh, Phoenix. Hold on, bro. I know she not talking about him. Josh, Phoenix, and then Sophie Cunningham. Bruh. Bro, what y'all gonna do with her, man? Oh my goodness. She said Sophie lets Josh for Luther. And she said Indiana Luther will be courtside very, very soon. So someone must have bought the tickets. You're a class act, Miss Aleix Morris. We shall all respect each other. The color of our skin means nothing. We're all human beings. We breathe from the same air. We bleed the same color. Keep showing the world your greatness, Miss Morris. this has nothing to do with people like not being like seeing color or anything like that. This is everything to do with like personal beefs and personal vendettas and personal like kind of like conflicts that you have against different people because they were closely like something happened, bro. Something happened. And it's not just Alexis Morris. Like, so you can't be like, Alexis Morris is crazy. She don't know what she talking about. Because, like, other players we've seen it. If you put 2 and 2 together, 2 and 2. All right. I'm being messy. But, like, they saying the same stuff. When more than one person is saying the same thing, it might just be true. It might just be a touch of truth in there at least. But I hope everybody gets back on good terms soon. Everything like that. Y'all seen Team USA? Team USA select team. They got Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles on the same team. At some point, you got to squash it. If Flage and Angel Reese is going to be on the Olympic team in, say, 2028, they got to squash it. You know what I mean? They got to squash it at some point because you're going to have to sit in the same locker room, ride the same bus again. De'Erica Hamby and Kelsey Plum, they might have had a conversation. They had to, you know what I'm saying? When Kelsey Plum went to LA, they probably had to have a sit down or a conversation or something. At some point, you got to squash it, put the differences aside, and keep it pushing. Enforce her Barbie. Come on, we need to enforce her Barbie doll at Barbie. She being petty. This ain't got nothing to do with supporting white people and white players just as much as you support black players. This is, in my opinion, and Luther, if I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong. You know where to hit me. You know where to find me. This is all, you know what I'm saying? This person rubbed me the wrong way. So now I'm going against everything. I'm going with everything that you dislike just to show how much I'm against you. Josh saying this, though. Like I said, I don't think it's cool for people to diagnose strangers. I just don't think that's cool. She said, I hope you get arrested. I'm about to sue for emotional distress and character defamation. Y'all gonna stop trying to diagnose me because I don't play by the political rules. Bam, EMD. Alexis predicts Caitlin's stat line tonight. Her first game ever in the Bay Area should be special. She said 27, 8 or 6 or 22, 5 and 7 points, rebounds, and assists. Let's see what Caitlin Clark actually did tonight. Because, man, look, come on, bro. Angel Reese has been playing well lately. I ain't seen no jokes. About Angel Reese playing. And when Caitlin struggles, it be crickets, boy. Except from the Caitlin Clark haters. They be loud. And they exaggerate it just the same way that the Angel Reese haters be exaggerating Angel Reese. I think both their extremes are annoying. They kind of dumb. Things are going to balance out. Averages are averages. But she finished with 11 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. She still almost got a triple-double. Gosh, dang, she. All right. She retweeted the sisters walking through the tunnel. Oh, because they back in New York. Oh, that's nice. Opposing teams, but the same family. I know that's right. Alexis Morris is a Caitlin and Sophie fan. Love to see it. Thoughts on Seattle's roster. She said, send it. I don't know who on there. Alexis, you know you can just Google it yourself. And you trying to get back in the league, you don't know who's on who team. She's Lexi Brown, AC, Zaya Cook, Skylar Diggins, Mackenzie Holmes, Ezzy, Dominique, Dom, NECA, Katie Lou, Erica Wheeler, and gosh, dang. They don't miss once. All them folks can hoop. She said, with Sky Diggs, there are no limits. They tough. Asia and Nafisa, she said, I love both, not gonna lie. She said, be honest, how y'all feel about Love Island? Bye, bro. Y'all got me in trouble with my PR team. Having a PR team is crazy. She said, peace with the laughing emoji. She done retweeted the Sophie Cunningham appreciation post from the parody account, the Indiana Fever. She said, nurse, Alexis Morris is out again, and she think the Fever gonna sign their Pope thing. She said, "You are a junkie in real life. Stop playing with me. I've been told the junkie stop mentioning me. I'm sick of this gecko-looking species, man. Got a face only her mama can love. Just ugly. Then everything long. Head long, nose long, lips long, ears long, chin long. Natalie long, need her chin back, gang. Dang. Leave me alone." Jeez Louise, she cooked her. I ain't gonna hold you. She then quote tweeted, "1 week sober, God is good." It's the same person? No, it's a different person. They said, "Junkie number 2. So because you're an alcoholic, I do coke. You're still a drunk." Oh. Sober up. You want to call somebody a junkie to say that you always going on cokehead rants. She said 7/9/24 was your first week being sober. Junkie number 2. I've never been you, but you probably wish you was me, huh? Sheesh. You was the first player, women's basketball player to not make it to the league and somehow get CTE. She said, "I'm the what? Yeah, you're still drunk." Sheesh. Hey, man. It gets real on her page, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out Aleix Morris, man, friend of the channel. Luther. You know what I'm saying? I keep it a bean. I told her that in the interview. I told her that to her face. I tell her that when I talk to her, I gotta keep same energy always, man. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. Big Nate, thanks for stopping by, showing some love in the chat tonight, man. Everybody, make sure you have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good night. Have a good day whenever you're watching this. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. I will see you again on live tomorrow.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
George Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.